welcome back to another episode of Finding Love. And look, we've been having a great time doing this.
Yeah.
And today we were kicking it this week and we talked about parenting in this age of social media.
Yes, and this is another one of those ghetto topics, okay?
Can we get a moment of silence? Let's get a moment of silence for back in the day before social media. One time, one moment of silence.
Come on. Oh, yeah.
We had nostalgic feelings about this, right, baby?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, when we was kids, we would go outside, play. I remember in my neighborhood specifically, every summer, the whole summer would be Super Soaker Water Park. Like, everybody, kids from Breton battling the kids from Shaftesbury and just having a ball.
Yeah.
I
mean, riding a bike.
You remember that?
Listen, I ain't gonna say nothing about nobody kids, but we were riding bikes at like 2.
Man.
We were riding bikes immediately. That was like how you met your neighborhood friends and how you knew where everybody was. All the bikes was on the line.
You would make up games.
Absolutely.
I remember one of my homeboys, I used to play basketball all the time in my backyard. Shout out to Dad for building out the court. And one of my good friends who lived around the block, Matt, one day he just walked behind the house because we had a back street and said, what's up, man? Like, can I come over there and hoop with you? I wasn't as outgoing as some of our children, but I said, all right, come on. Me and Matt are still tight to this day.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that happens anymore, babe.
No, I don't think. I mean, our kids, so Cass is like me.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm going to make a friend. I'm not going to be in here not talking to nobody. So he'll go outside and be like, hey, throw the ball to me.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, black kid.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're studying or if we're playing. But seriously, he'll make friends. So he's been able to make friends by just going outside. But
shout out to our neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Ryan and Heidi.
My God, I love them.
Because they got that old school vibe, right?
They do.
And shout out to Scotty, man. Like, every time we're going outside to take our kids to, an activity, we see them piling up their car.
Yes.
Right? So shout out to the great neighbors out there too.
Yes.
Who still believe in getting outside and just having a good time, man. But just that moment of silence, I remember a time before social media where you just had to be creative, where you had to make friends in person, and you just had to take the entire outside environment as your playground.
I know.
And
it's so crazy because it's a flip side to it. On one hand, I had to build my business by touching hands. Going out there, I was, passing flyers out. I was shaking people's hands and getting to know people. And I won because I touched a whole bunch of hands. Yeah. But now I've been able to exponentially grow because now I don't have to touch your hand. All I gotta do is touch your page about 2-3 times in your mind, and that's something that has been incredible on the business side, but it has also scared the bejesus out of me when I think about my children.
But you know what? I think that was important, man, because you just said something very key, a great way to segue and kick this off. You use it as a tool.
Yes.
And it does not use you.
No, it does not.
So,
a little bit.
No, I'm saying with you, baby. I won't let it take you.
Don't let it take me.
I won't let it take you, okay?
I almost scrolled just now.
I know. It's all right. Your thumb getting strong.
I know.
Okay, boo? So.
Not gonna let it get me.
So how about we just open it up with that? In this age, even before COVID, but even more now after COVID, we are in an age of where we parent and social media is a real thing, right?
Yes.
But I think we have two great looks at this, right?
Yeah.
We have a 17-year-old look with our oldest.
Yes.
And, yes, we do have the nieces and nephews, but we also have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old look of what they're experiencing and the world they're coming up in.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I know me and you talk about it often, right? Because, I mean, they're in this game, so we can't just say, no, you can't have it, right?
I can't say it for a while.
Yeah.
Which we did too with the 17-year-old.
Where do you want to go first? You want to go with teenage social media, or electronics and devices and the introductory of social media with the babies?
Let's start there, because I think that segues into even how we introduced it.
Okay.
And
good.
gave the privilege of it to Cam. So
Okay, come on.
Let's start there. I mean, number one, we have always been very intentional about the amount of time that you have on screen time. And that means TV, phone, iPad, because you know they get creative.
Yeah.
Cass be like, but this is my Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
I didn't say I want my iPad. Oh, no, son. They're the same. Like, you get a little bit of time on a device.
Yes.
So we've also gone to switching it to saying they're devices.
Devices, yes.
Versus iPad time. Because he like, well, I'm gonna do a little switch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a little iPad. Then I'm gonna hop up on my
grandma phone.
You already know. So because he's gotten so creative on which device he's going to be on, we're like, all of the devices. It's too much stuff they can be doing. They're in school for the majority of the day.
Yeah.
So when you come home for what, 3 hours, 4 tops before bedtime, we could be doing something. Yeah. Let's hang out. Let's work out. Let's go outside. Let's cook. Let's do an activity. We got homework. Yes. Let's read. I mean, it's so many things that they could be doing. Now, don't get me wrong. When I'm cooking or, trying to get some work done, I do be like, can we have our device time right now? I'm trying to coincide it with what I need to get done. But at the same time, we're trying to teach them that it's not all about this.
Yeah.
And in spending hours upon hours, or even an hour a day when you only got 4 hours here, it seems ridiculous to me, and I want it to feel like that to them as well.
But you know what else we do? We also make it count for us. So yes, they do have screen time. Our kids do have screen time.
Yeah.
But guess what? That's time for us to also utilize to work out.
Yeah.
Right? So there's no mistake on when they have screen time.
No.
So we getting a workout in and we join in Jess or Tunde on Peloton, then that's their time.
Yeah.
And we might couple it with, all right, Cash, you gotta do your homework to get your screen time, but
always.
Yeah. We're not all of that, right?
You gotta do your homework before you get your screen time. Which it seemed like Penny is kind of catching on. She like, do your homework, Cass. We're Cass homework, Cass, so we can get this phone.
2-year-old.
So it's a thing. But I think that the only thing that we can do, the main thing we can do as parents is create some habits. Mm-hmm. And if it's a habit of get your phone, get out of my hair, or don't communicate with me, or don't look up, don't be active, don't do anything, but be in this device, I don't know what that is communicating to your child. I want them to see us as being very intentional with our time with them when it is so short.
Yeah, no, baby, and I think you hit it on the head with the screen time, but I think we got to go back one step, and our common practice is activities.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we can get to Cam, but even, Cass has just finished up basketball.
Yeah.
He's doing flag football.
Yeah.
We taking a break from swimming just because it's February in Detroit, so anybody that knows about February in Detroit knows it's freezing. So we taking a break from that. Penny just finished up gymnastics. We'll be doing that. We got soccer in her when she turns 3 in August. So, I mean, activities, right, babe?
Yes.
And so to me, I think that's so important because, yes, back in the day, let's go back for a moment. Me and my boys did play the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, and that was one outlet, right? Yeah. And then we go outside and then we'll play, right? Yeah. But now, guess what you have? if you don't have activities, yes, that kid goes from the PS5, whatever it is now,
Right.
to the iPad.
Yeah.
To,
To the laptop. Like, it's so many. I mean, it goes on and on and on the number of devices these kids have.
Essentially, they could be sitting down
Oh, yeah.
for countless hours and only getting up to eat.
Yeah. And then that kid,
Yeah.
when somebody do say, can they play basketball with you? You want to play catch? You want to ride the bike? They can't.
The YouTube instructions cannot save you.
What to do with my hands, and that's also not cool. One of the things we were talking about with Cam most recently is a lot of your like deals have started like on a basketball court or on a golf course or just talking sports with someone, and they said, hey, what you do?
Yeah.
And if you don't know sports, don't know how to play them, ain't watching them, ain't never been on a team with them, like, nothing to connect with people. And it's like, what you gonna try to connect with? Politics? What's the latest on Instagram? I don't know. Like, having something recreational and fun and just relaxing to talk about can be the start, especially for, guys, of course, But
to fast forward to that, I didn't even think about that, babe. All my close friends have played sports coming up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe that's why we all feel like we're part of a team.
Yeah.
But just having that, I think that's a good insight, babe.
Yeah.
That is a good insight. So you have that, activity that's keeping you busy, and you interrupt it with some iPad time, some screen time.
Absolutely.
And I guess our kids' initial introduction right now to social media is YouTube, right?
Yeah.
The YouTube, and Cass is the one to get his Roblox in.
But I have been able to monitor
Oh, yeah.
the heck out of their YouTube. Like, I've blocked accounts. I have only allowed kid-friendly viewing. If it says certain words, you're out,
Yeah.
So
Y'all hear that?
they don't have
Get y'all a woman like this, because I don't know nothing about that.
they don't have a full access to YouTube. I mean, because YouTube is crazy.
Go ahead, baby.
But that whole notion of scrolling and just kind of looking at things, they are being introduced to that at this early age, and we'll hear Cass say some things, and we'll be like,
Where you get
what?
that? Yeah.
Did you just call me bruh?
Yeah.
Boy?
Yes, yes.
Delete if it say bruh too many times, But I want to also make sure that our kids are learning themselves in this world and through their own experiences and not through the lens of someone else.
Right.
We were also talking about jealousy, right?
Yeah.
And for me, the concept of being jealous means I want what someone else has.
Yeah.
And I don't get it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. Now, I have said, how the heck they get that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're not as smart or as, driven or whatever. But it has never made me say they shouldn't have that.
Right.
Or I'm mad that they have that. Or I want exactly.
Theirs.
Yeah, never.
Right.
But in this social media world, it is so easy for these people to get caught up in everybody's highlight reel.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Yes, I'm not posting my most hit up picture. Okay? It ain't going on live.
Yeah.
But I do post pictures with no makeup.
Yeah, you don't have hit up pictures.
Oh, I got some. I got some where I'm trying to look at a zit.
Nah.
And I done took a picture on there.
Nah.
Like this. And it ain't right.
Nah.
And they need to go not on social media. But I also don't filter all of my pictures. I don't filter my videos. I don't always have on makeup. And so you do get to see me. Nobody's going to see me in person and be like, is that you in there? Never. You're never going to do that. I refuse to do that. Now, when I get to the billions, I don't know if I'm going to get a little filler. No, don't give me the line on this side. Don't hold me to it.
The Billionaire Girls Club.
Don't hold me to it. I don't know yet. But seriously, like, so many people look at these filtered, these girls are tugging and twisting and putting their belly into their booty on the app.
They got angles.
Got
They
angles.
can make angles.
And you saying, I wish I had that body. I wish I had this. She ain't working out. That ain't eating right.
No, you're right, man. Because our community was our school.
Yeah.
Or if you went out socially, that's all it was.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, to me, there is a degree of access overload, especially if you're not learning who you are,
Yeah.
where you come from, and have some like kind of direction.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you don't have that, to me, you're going to get lost in the sauce of social media. Or you can get lost in the sauce. But, like you said, kind of getting them to know themselves, building that confidence, having, just confidence in themselves.
Yeah.
I think that's what we doing here.
Which is why, as photogenic and hilarious and all of that our little ones are, they ain't got no page.
No.
That's not something that I subscribe to. And I don't care how much money they could potentially make. I need them to stay in the pocket.
Yeah.
For as long as possible.
Yep. And now look, I don't know if that those parents are monetizing and trying to do something, but guess what? We have talked about these kids that have pages and have access to these pages, and they are 6, 7, 8 years old. We don't subscribe to that.
No.
As a matter of fact, our oldest was begging and pleading for social media because, and I probably could quote him saying, I'm the only one that does not have social media in my class. Whether it's true or not, that didn't concern us.
No.
You remember those conversations with Kim?
I do. And it was tough.
Yeah.
Because, you don't want your kid to be left out, right? You don't want them to be the only one that doesn't have something, anything, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do believe that there is a level of maturity that you must possess within yourself before you even take hold of social media.
Yeah.
I need to know that when I turn my back, I'm not going to be like, what did he just post? Who is he talking to? And it took a minute. It took a minute to get there. And some kids, I look at them and I'm like, yeah, she's 7, but that girl know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
And some kids I look at, I'm like, yeah, he's 18, but I don't know.
Yep.
What a conservatorship, Britney Spears style up in this boy, because something is wrong. So it's just that level of maturity and self-awareness of knowing who you are and being matter of fact about who you are.
Yeah.
So like for instance, if you're a God-fearing teenager, right?
Yeah.
That is very against the grain to be like, no, I'm going to church.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to Bible study. But my babies say they doing that and they telling their friends and they leading the pack on that. And it's go time.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's go time.
Yep.
Get your social media. Go ahead and spread the gospel, baby. But it's not like that every time.
Babe, because I remember when we had a few late night conversations about planning to get Kim his social media. And so we had decided in October or September to give it to him for Christmas. And what we did was, other than the other gifts that we do for Christmas, we wrote up rules.
Yeah.
Rules in order to maintain your status on Instagram, because all he wanted was Instagram. He needed Instagram.
Yeah.
And we had that thing. And I remember some of them. Some was making sure that we always had access to his username and his password. Also, just being kind to people on social media. And we might have some other ones on there too, for sure. And any violation on any of these rules was termination of your account.
Yeah.
And that's what it was, right?
Yeah.
And so, but he didn't even get that, I think, until might have been 7th grade was it 7th or 8th grade of Christmas.
Well, he was 13.
Yeah, there you go. She got good memory.
So
yes, but we were
like he's a teenager now.
Yes, right. He might have been the last one.
Yeah, we were like, all right, we held off long enough. But
yes, but I think that's the monitoring piece, right? Because you have to protect your kid, and you have to make sure you're monitoring the content. But since we're on cam, the other thing about this social media world is that we got to be students of our kids, and we got to learn. We have to continue to evolve and learn.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And just being able to understand things on his level, because we did not come up in the age of this.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think COVID taught us a lot, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it taught us so much about social media, the power of it.
For sure.
I mean, and that was Cam was full-fledged on social media during that time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know?
And it was almost a little bit of thankfully so.
Yeah.
Because he lost his transitional year from middle school to high school.
Wow, yeah.
During COVID.
You're right.
And if he wasn't able to engage with people, I don't know where that boy's social skills would be.
Man.
Now, the social skills of engaging with somebody on a social media platform is very different than the social skills of engaging with somebody in person. But not having either one of those would have been terrible.
Yes.
We would have been like, okay, let me hold your hand as you go talk to people, because I don't know what you're saying. But so I thought it was a little bit of a blessing because of that.
Yeah.
But it also was very scary, because now you are determining, who you are going to talk to.
Yes.
Based on who liked your picture,
Yeah.
or who slid in your DMs, and it's like,
man, and this was what you kind of jogging my memory on something, and this is where we had to change our perspective, babe.
Yeah.
Because my baby boy, he was younger. Okay, I ain't about to put my son too much on Front Street, but he had his first heartbreak during COVID. Now, to you old school folks like me and my wife, that probably don't make sense, right? Because under lockdown, you can't see anybody. Everybody has a mask on. How do you have a heartbreak during COVID?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you how you have a heartbreak during COVID. When you're a child, and this is knowing people. These are their friends.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, he would just have these, late night conversations. We would let him stay up. He's telling us about this girl. And it was probably a matter of about a week, maybe a little bit less. But it was just, he was so into her. And towards the end, he started coming down the stairs with his head down. He was sad. And what comes to find out, this girl that he's never touched her hand. He's never actually seen her in person. Mm-hmm. He experienced love and loss all while he was in Florida and while she was in whatever state she was in. I'm not going to disclose too much information. And so, you had to help me out, back, because I said, he don't even know her.
Yeah.
He don't know this girl. He ain't never seen her. He ain't never touched her. And that was a learning experience for me, baby.
Yeah. So for me, I try to stay so in tune with my babies.
Yeah.
Like I really do. And I don't understand half the stuff that's going on. Okay, so don't give me no credit on that level. But I saw him opening up to this person. And I know that vulnerability in any shape or form is vulnerability.
Yeah.
And that's a hard, tough thing to give to someone.
Yeah.
And I still don't know the full story.
Yeah.
Like, was this a catfish or was this, I don't know what was going on, or if she started talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
I forgot. But I saw a switch in his entire demeanor. And how he was communicating with us and how he was engaging with the family and everything. And so I knew that regardless if this was a anime character or a girl that he had been kissing on for a whole year, it didn't matter. What mattered was I was vulnerable with someone and they let me down.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
And so that's what I wanted you to see. I'm like, okay, let's get the fact that he never knew this girl and this isn't real in our eyes. Let's get this out of our minds.
Our level of knowing.
Because guess what?
Yeah.
What teenage relationship, even if they do see each other every day, are parents just automatically like, oh, this is serious?
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
Not one. Very, very seldomly are you looking at a teenage relationship and being like, oh, this might be something.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we're not doing that. So it didn't matter if it was online or if it was in person or if he saw her every day or if he never met her. It still would have been the same minute situation to us. So it was more so about how he felt about it and what came out of it. So it's when we had to shift our mindset on this whole entire thing.
Yes.
Like how they are going to develop relationships, what they are going to weigh as far as, criteria for a friendship.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about loyalty, and so he does as well.
Oh, yeah.
And his way of kind of weighing out loyalty is basically, do you share our DMs? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, are you gonna show somebody what I say to you? And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's a form.
Yeah.
Again, that's something that not our level of loyalty, but it's his. So it's just about reaching him on his level, but also still teaching him the values that we need him to get out of life. Like, we talked to him about choosing friends. We talked to him about, when to let people go.
Yeah. Yeah.
When to move on. When not to be in the right, wrong circles and things of that nature. And we try to talk in ways that translate from real world to social media world.
Yeah. Yeah. But you also showed me that, I just had to be open-minded, right? And open to this new reality, right? Because this is a medium that they feel is extremely real, more real than we would, right? Yeah. But being able to evolve and being able to also be a student of our kids and learn, I think, is where you have to keep your mindset. Because my initial mindset of I'm protective, so I don't want my son hurt.
Yeah.
So I'm upset, right? And even though it might not come off the right way, but I'm mad because he hurt, and I'm mad at him because of this girl that he never met. But he did meet her. I understand this now.
Yeah.
He did meet her, and he did know her.
Yeah.
And this is me growing as a father.
The new norm, right? No, it's crazy. I mean, I would be very interested to know what you parents are out there doing. Like, how are you monitoring social media? For me, I feel like if you got social media, we got social media.
Yeah, oh yeah, you
and
got monitor. Yes, 100%. Team Hendrix, we monitor.
I'm just like, so what we talking about? You just like I be on you.
Yeah.
what we laughing at? Seriously, but so all of that, like, these kids be like, I don't have any privacy. I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand this new language you speak.
Yeah.
But we just have to evolve with the times, but also maintain what we know is right.
Yeah.
And protecting our kids is going to be something that we should never let up on, especially with this many predators
Yeah.
in this world that are looking, it's women looking for a little young thing that, they can swoop up. It's men looking for another little young thing to swoop up. Like, we have to just make sure that we're preparing them for anything.
Yeah. And babe, I think that's what's so important about this and about this topic and conversation is that we want them to grow in confidence and grow in who they are before they get that impact on them, right?
Yes.
That's why we do these activities, so that not only can they get to know who they are, but they can find out what they like, right? And so we're doing all of this.
And what they're strong at.
Exactly. And find out what they are strong at. So by the time that they do get in the social media world, which we are in, they have a level and sense of who they are, right? And so I think that's just, us tapping in and trying to share our evolution as parents in this world and where we are as of today, right?
Yeah.
So
still learning.
We're still learning. And so with all of this episode, what we want to do is share some of the things that we do. But guess what? We also want to hear from you.
Yes.
Please tell us, comment, DM us. Let us know what you're doing, right?
Please.
Because we need help too.
I'm still looking for the rule book or the manual for these children.
Maybe somebody out there got it.
No.
I don't know. But guess what, man? Look, we enjoy doing this. We enjoy being with our families. We enjoy sharing with you. And we just want you to do the same with us.
Absolutely. So, this got me thinking about relationships and all of that, especially tapping into that 2020 situation. So we got to come back for a part 2 of this social media stuff because it's that deep.
Yeah.
We could go on and on and on about it.
Yeah.
So stay tuned with that, but definitely leave your comments. But we're still fasting.
Yes.
Trying to get this body right, trying to get our minds right, trying to, get ourselves together as I go into busy season with tax season.
And my 40th birthday coming up.
Oh, look at fly, baby. Yeah, so, we're going to close this out with a little water toast.
Yes.
But this is to all of the parents that are just navigating this world, this new ecosphere of just stuff, okay? This new information technology world that we just didn't grow up with.
No.
It's all the same stuff. It's just in a different medium. Cheers to you and keep on keeping on.
Yes, and babe, can I say this?
Yeah.
We are here for you,
Yes.
but please, please, please be here for us.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has been a journey of love, of understanding, of vulnerability, and we are just so appreciative that you have joined us for another episode of Finding Love.
And we want to invite you into our Finding Love community. And one of the best ways to do that is clicking that subscribe button right down there.
If you want to tune in with us more, kick it with us more, learn more about Finding Love, we definitely want you to follow us on all social media at I Am Finding Love. And I am Jenny L. Hendricks on all social media platforms. Jenny with an I, L. Hendricks with an IX.
Hey, there you go, baby. And mine is Stephen Hendricks, #1. And also, for anybody's listening to us on one of these amazing podcast platforms, please rate, review, comment. We really appreciate you.
Let's get it.